If you ever found out what really happened between me and Eli, I don't know if you'd look at me the same way again. But I want to share it anyway. It's emotional. It's romantic in a way that never really had a name. So please listen till the very end. Hello. My name is Lena. I was born in a quiet lakeside town in Northern California, where the wind always smelled like pine trees and rainy mornings. The kind of town where people wave even if they don't know you, where things move slow, like no one's in a rush to change anything. My childhood was warm and simple. I had two loving parents. My mother had a laugh that could lift a room, and my father was quiet but solid. I always thought that life would stay that way. Safe, soft, familiar. But it didn't. When I was 17, everything fell apart. My mom got sick, not slowly, not gently. It came out of nowhere. First, a few dizzy spells. Then doctor visits. Then hospitals. And then she was gone. At her funeral, I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I didn't feel anything. It was like a part of me turned off. The house felt empty, but not in a loud way. Just hollow, like something was missing in the air itself. My dad changed too. The man who used to lift me onto his shoulders now barely looked me in the eyes. He went to work, came home, ate in silence. At night, I sometimes heard him crying through the walls. But we never talked about it. When I turned 19, he married again. Her name was Sandra. She was kind, soft-spoken. She tried her best to be respectful. I didn't hate her. I even understood. My dad needed someone. We all did, in our own ways. Sandra had a son, Eli. He was just a year younger than me, 18. He had these quiet eyes like he was always thinking about something he wouldn't say out loud. At first, we barely spoke. We were just two people living in the same house. Small nods in the hallway. Short talks over dinner. Then we'd disappear into our own corners. But silence has a way of changing. First, it becomes soft. Then, it becomes something else. I'd hold the door open for him. He'd pass me a cup when I made tea. Small things. Then came the storm, the one that knocked out our power. We lit candles and sat in the hallway and talked for hours. About music, movies, loss. That night, he told me his dad died when he was 12. That was the first time I saw past his silence. Maybe that was when something shifted between us. Maybe it wasn't love, not then. Just a kind of knowing. A recognition. Broken people tend to see each other clearly. We started talking more. Quiet jokes over breakfast. Late-night conversations outside my door. There was a closeness growing between us, something we didn't name, but it was there. Soft and warm. Unspoken. I told myself it was harmless. We weren't really related. We were both adults. But even so, there was a line, an invisible one. And I think we both knew it was there. Then our parents planned a 5-day trip to the mountains for their anniversary. Eli and I were left alone at home. The first night, we watched a romantic movie. Something light. We laughed, ate popcorn, sat on opposite sides of the couch. Then came a long, emotional kiss in the film. The room went quiet. I looked over, and he was already watching me. He didn't speak. Neither did I. Then, slowly, he leaned in and kissed me. It wasn't rushed or wild. It was careful, unsure, like we both needed to feel it to believe it. And maybe that's why I didn't stop it. That night, everything changed. We didn't talk about it. We didn't promise anything. We just stayed close. Watched movies. Told stories. Fell asleep on the same couch. 4 or 5 days, we lived in this soft, strange bubble. Nothing loud. Nothing labeled. But real. When our parents came home, we went back to being strangers. But the silence between us was no longer empty. It was full of something we didn't talk about. Over the next few months, we shared small moments, quiet knocks at my door, brushed hands in the kitchen, long looks from across the room. I knew it couldn't last. I told myself it shouldn't. So I was careful. Not because I didn't want more, but because I was afraid of where it might lead. Then Eli got accepted into a university 2 states away. When he told me, I smiled, said I was proud, but inside, something cracked. The night before he left, we climbed up to the roof and sat under the stars, the same stars we once counted together. He took my hand. It was cold. His voice was warm. Maybe we were never meant to last, he whispered. But that doesn't mean we weren't real. I didn't cry. I didn't beg him to stay. I just nodded. By morning, he was gone. No promises. No goodbyes. Just gone. Chapter 2 began. I got a job at a local architecture firm. Answered phones. Sorted papers. It gave me something to focus on. Something steady. And slowly, I found myself again. That's when Ryan came into my life. He owned a bookstore just around the corner. He always had a book in his hand and a kind smile on his face. He never asked too much. Never pushed too fast. With him, everything felt simple. He made love feel safe. Like breathing. We started with coffee. Then walks. Then dinners. One day, I woke up and realized I trusted him. We got married a year later. Built a small home with a little garden. Had a daughter. She became my light, my joy, my reason to breathe. Our life is quiet, safe, beautiful. Sometimes, when I lie in bed next to Ryan and hear our daughter's soft breathing down the hall, I remember. Not with pain. Not with guilt. Just gently. Eli's face has blurred with time. His voice, faint like a song I once knew. But those 5 days, we lived them. And they mattered. I never told Ryan. I still don't know if I ever will. Not because I'm hiding something ongoing. It ended long ago. But I don't know what good it would do now. Would it help him understand me more? Or would it only hurt him? Sometimes love doesn't need a future to be real. Sometimes it just needs to exist for a moment, quietly. I do wonder if Eli remembers too. If he ever tells his story. Maybe to someone. Maybe only to himself. I don't regret my life. I love Ryan. I love our daughter. But I do carry that whisper of what once was. A quiet, secret love that changed me forever. Years have passed. Life has settled. My daughter now laughs with the same light I once saw in Eli's eyes. And sometimes, when I look at the stars, I wonder if he ever looks up too. I'll never tell Ryan. Not because I'm ashamed, but because some truths are meant to be carried alone. Eli was a chapter, not my whole story. And yet, a soft part of me still holds his name like a secret prayer. So, I ask you, if you were me, would you tell the truth? Or let the past stay where it belongs? Just a memory. Nothing more. Tell me in the comments. Maybe your words will help me decide.